We're going to talk continually about Paramata, or what we talking about by teaching of the chapter of the Rinpoche, and put that and the layout of the three novels: the beginning novel, and the middle novel, and the concluding novel. And in that way, now we are in the middle novel, as many of you already know. And in the middle novel, that also is a name. Then we use frame as like actualizing the bodhicitta, and that actualizing bodhicitta is a 6 paramata practices. So we are now on computer game talking on the 6 paramata teachings. 6 paramata teachings. And now in these 6 paramata teachings, now we went through the first 3, and which is the generous paramata and patient, morality paramata and patient paramatas. So we went through all those three paramata practices. 3 paramata practices we went. And today we continue to talk on the joyful effort paramatas. Joyful effort paramata is, again, this is so important. Of course, all paramatas are so important, so practical. They're so appealing and also so kind of systematic that is building up one after another. Because what we're doing, we're going to purify our obscurations, obstacles, and fulfilling our wishes of one's own self and others. So therefore, it is really all is so kind of just exactly according our capability, readiness. It is what the greatest teacher Buddha Shakyamuni taught. And this way, now again to follow with this, again as we so many times we mention it, always we mention it, and that's what in the teaching always said. So this strengthens our beautiful motivations. Motivation again, joy and appreciations. Joy and appreciation, vastness motivation of the bodhicitta, and purity motivation or the teachings of bring the realization of the Vedana teachings. Those are known as the motivations. But this motivation is not just a kind of motivation or thinking of that those intentions just short while, then we're going to do some practices. This motivation is what is really the practice. That is what we're going to practice. That is more profound, more deepening of that motivation. That is what we really practice. So therefore, we should not think the motivation is kind of like just a kind of small, kind of like at the beginning stages. No, it is the beginning, but same time is the center of the column of the practices. When we fulfill this goal of the motivation, then we reach enlightenment. We become the Buddha. So therefore, this is so important. With those beautiful motivation and thought, now we're going to follow with the teachings. And today I'm going to talk really again about the joyful effort. Joyful effort or the Briya Paramata. And then also I'm going to talk really about the Sagadava. Because now, today begins Sagadava, the month of the Sagadava, which goes for about a month or generally. So I talked really about that. Of course, many of you already know that, but I'll just again, in a way, to glorify our memories, and because reflecting the kindness, compassion, the wisdom that's shared by our gracious kindness teachers. So therefore, all those reasons, I will go over those things. So first, I talk again briefly about the joyful effort paramata. Briya paramata in Sanskrit. Joyful effort, again, if we translate it more precisely, what in the great master Shanti Deva said in his way and the guide to the Bodhisattvas. Joyful effort in Briya is one is joy of the virtues. Joy of the virtues. It's not just joy of anything. Joy of the Dharma, or simply to tell, joy of the Dharma. That is the essence or identity, nature of the joyful effort. Where I'm translating really joyful effort. It is joyful effort, but joyful effort of the Dharma. Dharma, that is really the joyful effort. So now we go to the joyful effort of Dharma practices, and that is then, as I spoke yesterday, and you all know that without the joyful effort, there is no progress of the paramatas. It's absolutely dependent upon the joyful effort of the Dharma. It's all dependent to progress of this. This, the joyful effort of the Dharma is, or the virtues, is the moving force of all the paramatas. So, therefore, as I said yesterday too, in a quotation of the great Buddha's teaching, Lord Dudjom's Sutras, those individually who don't have the joyful effort, they cannot fulfill the goal of the others or one's own self, and then as well as they won't improve or practice or Dharma, and then therefore they will not reach enlightenment. They will not go and discover their innate Buddha nature. So that means when we don't have the joyful effort of the virtues, we don't have generosity, we don't have the morality, we don't have the patience, we don't have the concentration, and then even we have wisdom is completely become dull, dim, and almost has nothing, brightness, clarities, brilliant. It's really gone, and then joyful effort is lost. So therefore, it is so powerful, so important. And the opposite of the joyful effort, as I said yesterday on the teaching, that of course we all know it's not something, again I'm talking something new things, but the gracious teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, more clarified that, so that we can understand. That's what the gracious teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni said himself, said, I am the teacher. I'm showing only the way things are. As simple, true as it is. Nothing higher, nothing below. Simple is true as it is. So, Buddha pointing us out of the entirely way things. So what is really the wrong of the not having the joyful effort of Dharma? Because of laziness. Laziness is the opposite of joyful effort, and laziness is part of the package of the samsara dualities. Samsara, these habitual patterns, or samsara, this karma, is just a kind of package. It comes almost, it's like shadow. So now we have to reverse that. We have to take out that veil or that curtain of that laziness. And then laziness, many times of course we think laziness is just of course laziness, slothful, or sloppy, or just laziness, I think. That's true, that's the laziness too. But great teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni pointed three kinds of laziness. As listed yesterday, and again, this is first is the slothful, right? Sloth, laziness, or as simple maybe I just say the casual, slothful laziness. And the second laziness is self-blaming laziness. Self-blaming. And the third is laziness of the always hanging with the old habit patterns, or activity of the old habit patterns. Hang on that. So those are the three laziness which is preventing our joyful effort of the Dharma is blocking. And so therefore, these three are, Now I will go a little bit of one after another, go over them. First is sloth, laziness, or sloppy laziness, and or casual laziness. That is very normal, and of course we all know that laziness, kind of like when people are not motivated in anything, and they just kind of hang out, kind of more wasting times in a way. Or maybe like just hang out very casually and not motivating, and sleeping a lot or sleeping late, stay long in the night time, and not doing anything that fulfills goal, and it's just casually. That is known as, in the Dharma, is laziness. Not just also in the Dharma, but also in the samsara too. And we really do that all the time. What you're going to fulfill. What you already have. Because of doing that, it will demolish, decline. It will bring declines. And you won't progress anything. It really will decline. So for that reason, what in the teaching said. And also time is not going to wait. Season is going to change. The storm is coming in a way. What the great master Padma Samye said. He said, in the middle of the jungle, the monkeys are very happy. But watch out. The end of the jungle is surrounded by the fires. True. In this samsara, we are not really completely safe. So many difficulties are waiting. We went through the challenges of the birth according to Buddhism. We went already. Now we go to challenge of the getting old, or sicknesses, death. And plus there's so many moles. Even in certain kind, we have confidence this was going to help to me, or stay long and well and all that. But that even that support, what we believe to be support to our life, could turn completely against with us. In season, time, everything is changing. Therefore, there is no time wasting so many opportunities with the sloppy laziness situation. For that reason, what the great master Shantideva said, don't be laziness. Take as like timid person, or like when the snake enters in the timid lap of the timid person, snake enters. What that timid person going to do? Going to wait that what the snake is doing? No, that immediately will jump up and trying to avoid that. Similarly, the sloppy laziness is invading our fulfillment, our growth, our progress. For that reason, same way, same kind of like metaphor by Nagarjuna too, and a letter to my friends. What in his teaching said? I said, like as catching fire on our hair, when our hair catches fire, what we'll do? We're not going to wait to see how the fire is going through. Immediately we're going to act to stop the fire. Similarly, this sloppy, this laziness is like kind of fire. It's very sneaky fire. It's demolishing our really practices or the progresses. And therefore, in the teaching said, do practices. Time is right with you. Everything is in your favor. Why we should not use? This is the time. Don't make that to feel bad, oh, I missed this opportunity. I waste the times. When we started thinking that, maybe it's too late. We have to develop and progress right now. For that reason, the first is joyful effort. What is called? The armor like joyful effort. That we should have. Armor like joyful effort. courage and commitment, confidence. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they all reached enlightenment. They worked very hard. They really did. And to fulfill each goal of the paramatas, they worked hard. They benefited so many beings, one after another. And why I should waste the time? And why I do that? And we all have these opportunities. It is the time that I'm going to fulfill the goal. Kind of bounce back our courage and commitment and confidence. Put that in action. Fulfillment as you receive the teachings or as you already practice. This is the time. And really feel happy. Or if we continue doing that, feel happy. I'm doing something good to fulfill my goal and goal of others. This is the bodhicitta activities. Bodhicitta means we're thinking for all the beings to benefit to everyone. If we act as a sloppy, we're not going to fulfill goal. What we said, we're going to fulfill the goal of the others and going to follow footsteps of the Buddhas in the Bodhisattva. All that become just a talk. There's no value behind. That's it. We're really losing the point. And therefore, be courageous. For those reasons, many times in the teaching those practicing lineage teachings, let develop bone in heart. Bone. B-O-N-E, I think. Bone in heart. May I please bless me that I have bone in my heart. Or always trying to go a kind of easy way and trying to, but avoiding that or something we think maybe we are smart. But reality, we're really banging our own fist to our own head. We're cheating ourselves. Therefore, take the opportunities. We should all do that. I'm not just saying to you, also talking to me. I'm reminding. We all need that. If we like to progress and develop, time is right with us. With you, with me, we all have the time now. Good time. Whatever. It is perfect. What great teacher Buddha Shakyamuni said in his teachings. The time is perfect now. Otherwise, our intelligence will be going to dim. As age goes. Our dream. The organs, the senses have become also kind of blurry. And our life force becomes declines. And our also then practicing, even if we want to practice it, we can't handle. Even we want to do. Even our hearts are there, but our physical energy level, we won't be able to do many times. Therefore, now we should not make so many excuses, this and that things. If we really like to do, and whatever you committed, or whatever we committed, if we do like to do, practice 1 hour, 2 hours, trying to maintain that, keep that, not reduce, maybe increase that. All different kind of reasons we can make this and that things. It's true, we have all that. But what the great master Lungkipa said, the activity of samsara is never going to finish it. How is going to finish it? When you stop, then it's finished. Otherwise, it goes on and on. And some other teachings, what it says it, the activity of samsara is like ripples of the ocean or ripples of lakes. L-A-K-E, lakes. There is no end of the ripples. It will continue. So therefore, be smart, be wise, be intelligent, be thoughtful for purpose of ourselves and all the beings. Do something good. We are fulfilling our goal. We are taking the beautiful meaning of our precious lives. That's what the teaching said is really true. We stay with happy. We leave this world with happy. Our journey will be bright and happy and stronger according to the teaching of the great teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, and as well as all the great masters. So that is really about the first one. First, First one, which means sloppy laziness, I'm translating, or just simple laziness, regular, casual lazinesses. Then the second laziness is self-blaming. Many times we don't think that is laziness, but it is form of laziness. Because why? It is preventing our practice, our good deeds, our good motivations. It completely blocking our intentions. And this kind of easy kind of exit to avoiding that situation for short times. Reality, again, the same example, we are beating the heart, this fist to our own head. It's nothing really is any better than that. Just really that. Self-blaming. We think, oh, how I can do. That's too much for me. I don't have that capabilities. I'm not worthwhile. I'm not strong enough. All this. And I can't handle. And how I can handle making all those questions and making kind of excuse or to stay. But that is from what? From what? Have we do that? What is really from what? According to Buddhism, that every living being has the capability to reach enlightenment. According to gracious teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni teaching is, you all know, is like democratics. Everyone has right. Right. Same opportunities. Opportunities. Those who become like as the Buddha, and those who are still hanging or struggling in the samsara, we have the same natures. Gracious teacher Buddha Shakyamuni said, even the insect will get enlightenment. Insect. We are not insect. We are not flies. We are more than that. We have all this 18 quality of the precious human bodies, or 18 endowments. We are more than, we are very fortunate. We are very lucky. We have every tools of skills, and we are in one of the upper three realms. Particularly, human realm is in the teaching said is the best, where you can progress, develop. Even we think God's realm, all those so good and true, but to develop, to spiritual realization, begins from the human realms. Is the perfect best realm. And we are in that time. We are, if I use the terminology commonly in America, we are land of the dreams. Truth, we are. We can fulfill our dreams. Everyone has right to fulfill their dreams of the enlightenment. No one is excluded. So we should not say, I cannot. What we can do? Only what we do, we have to have the courage as armor-like, joyful effort. Put that in action. And what action? As I translate, the second joyful effort, which is the never miss the activity, continuation as like river effort. Of course, you can look those more in the books, and I'm not sure many of you already know those things. But to clarify that, but that's what I'm translating. In the Tibet, what is it? Jora Mungongwe. The objective is like continuation activity that never missed him. Always in progress. Always lifting up the levels. From 3 to 1, or 3 to 4, 4 to 5, gradually lifting up. Not going backward. Lifting up our responsibility and our goal. Always. And then if it's not lifting up immediately, level up immediately, but definitely have to keep on that steady mood where you are or where we are, and that steady mood and moving. with always aspiration and bodhicitta, and pray that my capability, my joyful effort that continually grows, joyful effort to the Dharma continually grows in the deepening, so that I can fulfill the goal of the enlightenment as great teacher Buddha Shakyamuni did, and as Meiji doing, and as all the other bodhisattvas are doing. Really, may I able to, we all have the same opportunities, same nature, same capabilities. Same capabilities. I just said, like, what is my lacking? It's my joyful effort of the Dharma is lacking. That's what I'm struggling in the samsara. But now I have to put, and with that attitude, really that. And then slowly become steady and move. And then to move forward, what the great master Shantideva said, you always use 4 powers that will accelerate joyful effort. Those 4 powers, also in the Tibet, is the Pongje. And I'm translating the 4 powers, and which is the 4 powers are power of the motivation, power of the stabilizations, and the power of the joy, and power of the balance. Those 4 are as part of the tool of continuation, joyful effort that is not going to stop. That. First is motivation again. Means always feel happy to the practices. Happy. Practice of Dharma is the happiness. It is really peace. It's joy. It's loving kindness. It is compassion. We open our own treasure of the heart, that which is closed so long time, from the beginner's times. Now we are opening that. How wonderful. It's something that I can share that with others. How beautiful. Really. Feel happy and joy. Joy. Practice Dharma. Practice 6 paramatas. So wonderful. So beautiful. How I can do this? I can share. I can glorify. I can be strong. I can be continuous. I can be more calm and peaceful. I can understand clearly everything as perfectly beautiful. How wonderful. Never got that situation and never realized that. Even everything is with me, but I didn't realize that until now. Thanks Buddha and Bodhisattva, all lineage masters who showing me this great path and great techniques. That this is all in my tools. Now I can see, now I can feel, now I will do. Have that attitude, really thought, with joy. And then second is power of the stabilization, stable. That means confidence, power of the confidence. And I'm going to win, I'm going to move, I'm going to fulfill the goal. I'm going to fulfill the goal to discover my own nature of Buddha nature. And I'm going to benefit for the others. I'm going to fulfill the 6 paramatas. Really relying on our own sub-streams, your qualities, your glories, goodness. I'm not going to dim my qualities. I'm not going to reduce my dignities. I'm going to glorify. I have Buddha nature. It's growing. It's brightening up. I'm going to do. Really relying on our own the nature, and with confidence and joy. That is known as power of the stabilizations. You continually keep happy and joy and strong. Second, the motivation is then again joy. Joy. And joyful effort, of course, already is joyful effort of the Dharma, but bring joy. How wonderful, how beautiful. I'm really going to do this for the sentient beings, for myself. It's so wonderful that I'm going for following, and I'm doing this. I'm riding the horse of the bodhicitta. horse of the bodhisattva, I'm going to move from the happiness to the happiness. Not just me, but I'm going to lead all other beings along with me. I'm going to share this happiness, this peace, and this harmonious, this respect and appreciation to all living beings. How wonderful, how beautiful. Kind of acknowledge ourselves when we fulfill it. Not just to put those fulfillment or whatever achievement, not put it on the corner, in the dark corner. Bring that on the surface. Glorify yourself with happy and joy, in a way celebration of the inner qualities, inner celebrations. That is known as happiness. Power of the happiness or the joy. And then power of the balances. That means, also when we are joyful effort, now it's continuation as like never stopping. But when you are a little bit tired or when you're a little bit kind of like situations become kind of a little tense, relax a short time. Calm and peaceful. Relax. Balance. Balance is what is important. But our joyful effort is to open, calm, peaceful, balance. The strength of the courage, the Vajra, what's called the armor like joyful effort is there. That is we move continually. So that is known as, those are known as the support of the joyful effort of the continuation. Those four powers, what great, which is taught by great master Shantidevas. Next one, laziness is the laziness of the attached one's own old habit patterns. Old habit patterns. And that is again, according to Buddhism, it is laziness. Attached one with own old habit activities and spending time with that. Spending time. So then what is that happen? Then it distracted our practice, our meditation. And what is that? Such as your professionals, maybe. Professionals. Or your hobbies. Or watching movie all the times. Or watching on the computer. Going on the computer games. Curtains all the time. Or collecting all the gossips. All the gossips of the village. Gossips of the city. Gossips of the country. Or gossips of the world now can get. Kind of promoted that gossips. Gossips. If we do that, what is happening? What is really we're gaining? Nothing is gaining. Nothing is fulfilling. Creating more emotions. More different emotions. Emotions, I'm talking negative emotions. Creating more emotions of attachment. More anger, more jealous, more arrogance. More kind of skepticals. What is really benefiting? And then in the mind stream, our mind has become more hard and strong and more unhappy. And almost everything becomes blurry and sad. Those are all known as all kind of spending time with so many things just going out and preventing the activity of even others activity too. Stopping, kind of slowing down that. And those all known as laziness, that is what's called laziness, that is old habit activities. Hang that. This is a wasting time. For that reason, again, be smart, be thoughtful. Be thoughtful and avoid those. Trying to avoid those and spend more time for the good purposes. Something that will really benefit to us or to the others. Again, another one, maybe this modern time, spending so much time gossiping on the phones or in the mobile phones or looking all the time on these telephones and just collecting all those kind of unnecessary informations. And that kind of is also really becoming, it's not good for health. I believe everyone's actually, I heard that it's not good for the health. It's completely kind of straight up the mind, agitated and blurring up or mixed up our wind energies. And then it's kind of affect to the brains and the mental state and peace and everything. It has no really benefit. According to Dharma, it is the laziness that preventing our progress and the developments. Therefore, be strong. This is the time again. It's the time and it's just a perfect situation, perfect time with us, and be smart, be strong, have bone in our heart. Use the time for the right purposes, good purposes. It didn't mean that we cannot watch, we cannot do or talk anything that, but moderated, more kind of simple, more gentle ways. Those are really important. Those are in the teaching. You see, it's a form of laziness. If we do that, what is laziness? Next laziness, then is next and then it will prevent it to the third joyful effort. Third joyful effort is, as joyful effort never feel enough to the good things. We never should not feel, oh, it's enough. I did enough. Now I don't need to do. I don't need to do. I did enough practice. I did enough meditations. So I spend the time enough of this, and then kind of perform a kind of thing, and then we don't need to do more than that. But according to Dharma teaching, until we reach enlightenment, until we benefit all the beings, our job is not completed. There's nothing is enough. We have to accumulate all the merits. We have to accumulate the merit through the generosity practices. We have to accumulate the merit from the morality practices, patience, all the 6 paramita practices. We have to help with all the beings. And there's nothing really we can say is enough. It's time. We always do. Even the most smallest things, we should do the virtuous practice. This is the story, again, in the teaching, in the ancient time or in the 11th century, when the great master Atisha came to Tibet. In the teaching said, Atisha is, of course, is one of the great masters who came to Tibet from India. He's great enlightened beings, but yet he's always so simple, humble, and practicing so simply. Such as so many times I heard all the teachers you say, he practiced in a giant praise of this taking refuges. I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sanghas. Those praise, Jamdo in Tibet called Jamdo praise that he do always. Then he do many times, or always actually, always he do making the tatas. By himself, he become the one of the great masters, and he so many students. But he himself making tatas. Well, some of the students told his master, Atisha, oh great master, we don't like to see you. Your hand is dirty with clays and making this tata. Let us do that tata for you. They told to Atisha. Atisha said to them, what are you talking? You're going to eat for me too? Eat for me too? What are you talking? Really, he said. That's the examples. We all need. Even the smallest things, we're never going to say, is it enough? Or is too low? Or too simple? That is arrogance. That is ego clinging. That is the obstacles. It's preventing to accumulate the merits. Therefore, from the smallest, such as circumambulating, performing making satas, service to the temples, or the community houses, with love, with kindness, with respect, and those are known as both meditation virtues or dharma activities, and then practice meditate. Do good things, and that really will ourselves. When you finish that, when you did that, we all feel happy, joy, or do something good. Do with according to your capabilities and also need of others, but with courage, with confidence, and always wishing we can do more things. And each time, whatever we are able to do, ever we did, we should dedicate that merit for all living beings, their welfare, their realizations. So that is my really talk about the joyful effort of the Dharma. Dharma talk, and I spoke really about the three ladiness, and then as well as three joyful effort. Those are divisions of three joyful effort. So that is my brief talk. And now I'm going to talk really about the Sagadawa. Sagadawa, and the Sagadawa is really so powerful month according Buddhism and generally Tibetan Buddhism. Why I'm showing that? Because Theravada Sagadawa and the Tibetan Buddhism Sagadawa is slightly different. Why? Because Theravada Sagadawa was happened last month. So it's a 1 month difference. On the other hand, maybe 15 days different. So for that reason I'm showing this particular, what we call in Tibetan word Sagadawa, and which is, I think it's in the Sanskrit the Vaisakha, I think so. I'm not exactly sure. You can check those things by yourself if it's true. But this Sagadawa is because why it's so important? And of course, generally everything is a time. Time is so important. In the season or situation, time is right. If we use that, it has really big powers. For example, when the spring comes, then summer is coming. Therefore, the farmers do the harvestation or planting all the seeds. They cannot, even they like to do winter, they cannot do in those like northern atmospheres. They cannot do. They always have wait in the springtime and then start sowing the seeds, plowing the field and planting the seed. That means timing is perfect. Similarly, the Sagadawa is really perfect timing to accumulate the merits according to those masters' teachings. Everyone, so all the schools of Tibetan Buddhism say the same thing. So it's so powerful, so special. It is like in the teachings, the Sagadawa, each virtues or the positive Dharma practice will multiply us really millions and million times or trillion times in the teaching said. This is not just only the Sagadawa time at one time. Each time. That means each day we practice, that virtues are that much increases. That means merit is that much increased. Merit. That means also our negativities are purified. The two obscurations are going away. Two obscurations, to clear up the two obscurations, how many times the greatest teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, spent 3 countless eons to clear with 2 obscurations. So our obscurations of the habit pattern is so strong and deep. But if we use the powerful method and skillful means ways, it really makes big change. In the teaching said what? Buddha Shakyamuni, when he was born as like Brahma, he circumambulated to Sangye Karjal or Buddha Karjal with kind of, I think, with 1 feet. I mean, so that means kind of the 1 feet he put inwardly, kind of his like ascetic practices, and then with 1 feet he circumambulated 1 week, day and night. That purified the karmas. So I think so. 80 karpas, something, and accumulated that much. So these 3 countless eons are become shorter of the 80 karpas, something like that. I think something like that. So it's so powerful if we use the perfect time. Perfect time, it is really important. So therefore, Sagadawa is really the very special, perfect time according to all the great masters of the Tibetan Buddhism. So then what happened in Sagadawa? Because Sagadawa, there is 3 major activities happened activities of the Buddha Shakyamuni happened in this month. The first one is birth, the second is his enlightenment, and third is Mahaparinirvana. Those are three measures. Plus, according to teaching that or according to the great master material teaching, among the 12 activities, those 12 activities, if you look in your book and all other means of the methods, you look, and I won't list all those things. I think it will take time. So, but one of those is known as walking to the Bodhi trees. That is one of those major activities. And one activity is also known as the subduing all the maras by his compassion and loving kindness. All the obstacles. So those two are also happened. Then in some teachings also mentioned that he told all the nations also in this month. That means Buddha Shakyamuni stayed in a kingdom about 29 years. After that, he left the kingdoms and went in the jungle. He taught all the nations. So that means all the nations. He left in also maybe kingdom in the Sagadava in this month, and he taught all the nations. That all nation in the teaching said, or some teaching said, he told that all the nation on the 8th day of this month. So now all those major activities happen, and now I will say when Buddha Shakyamuni was born, according to Buddhism, he was born on the 7th day of the lunar calendars. And Buddha Shakyamuni took all the nations. He told the 8th day of the lunar calendar of this, 8th day of this month. So the 7th, 8th day. And when Buddha Shakyamuni walked to the Bodhi tree, that full moon or the 14th of the lunar calendars, he walked to the Bodhi tree, 14th day. And then he sat down under Bodhi tree on the full moon nights. And that full moon nights, he defeated all the varas by loving kindness and compassion. That happened. And that morning, before the dawn heat in this world or in India, Buddha became the Buddha, enlightened. That all happened in the full moon nights. Then Buddha Shakyamuni, when he entered Mahaparinirvana, in that same full moon night, not the same one, but 82 years after that, 35 Buddha reached enlightenment, and then Buddha stayed about 45 years in turning the wheel of Dharma. After that, he entered enlightenment and entered in Mahaparinirvana. And so that means Buddha entered Mahaparinirvana 45 after he got enlightenment, but the same day of the lunar calendar and full moon. That Buddha entered Mahaparinirvana. So therefore, this month is considered month of the meritorious, month of the very virtues. Therefore, many times in the Tibetan custom, they always acknowledge. So what we have to do? The Buddha's teaching. So try to follow what Buddha said and what Buddha did. What Buddha did is non-violence, kindness, compassion, love to all the sentient beings, respect to all the sentient beings. That's really what Buddha is, or was, or is. And then what he taught, that teaching taught, loving kindness, compassion, non-violence, respect and appreciation to every living being, and bring more harmony and peaceful. That's what really the Buddha taught. Generate more love and compassion in heart and mind. And in order to increase that, to do meritorious activities of the 6 Paramita practices. So those are what Buddha told, and therefore follow the Buddha of the Tibetan Buddhism. Then they try to do a lot of virtuous activities as much as they can in this month. And so what really they do? Many times they take the Nyuni vows, Nyuni practices. Nyuni vow is the ad preceptus, is lay practitioners. For most of the time, it is particularly designed the shortest one preceptus, 24 hours. And that is trying to take that vows. Or maybe they activated the Upasaka vows. Activated, strengthening Upasaka vows. So those are the virtues we do. And ad preceptus, of course, many of you already know. But even you all know, I will just list those as preceptus. And those are, if we add preceptus, if we divide it according to teaching, this can be divided into 3 groups. Root of the vows, and a reminding of the consciousnesses, and then group of the ascetic practices. Ascetic practices. So group of the root vows, group of is not many things, but group, maybe group of the, to maintain the consciousness or thoughtful, and then group of the ascetic practices. Those are known as the ad preceptus. Now I will go each of those, the names. First, the root of the vows is not killing, not stealing, I'm talking about the Nyuni practice, not sexual activities, and and not lying. I think I repeated that again. What's called? Not killing, not sexual activities, and then not sexual activities and not lying. Those 3 or 4 are the root of the vows. In the Tibetan, what called Tsawa Bhyen. They are root, principle, foundation of the vows. Vows. And then what the groups of the consciousness or thoughtful, that is alcohols and the drugs. That then include maybe also we can include smoking. Those are why it's called, because if you do that, it will lose our consciousness. It will undermine our thoughtfulness. Or simple to the mindfulness. It will disturb the mindfulness, alertness, and consciousness. Therefore, we prevent. We take the vow, not going to do that period of what we take the vows, such as 24 hours. So that makes 5. Now they are group of the ascetic practices. That is not eating the food afternoon. Not eating the afternoon and not staying on the high throne or high bed or expensive beds. And that is one group. And the second group of that ascetic practice, not singing, not dancing, and not performing. And that is the second group. Second group of the ascetic practice. Third group of the ascetic practice is not wearing the ornaments. Not necklace, short necklace, medium necklaces, and long necklaces. And making up the colors or makeup, maybe in other words, makeup. Those are that group of the not ornating or not making up groups. So all those 3 are known as ascetic practices. Proofs. And all together, there is 8 precepts. And then above that, in the traditional Tibetan, and particularly in the teaching said, is Atisha introduced it, and not eating the meat. When you eat one meal in a day, or before noon you eat, but not eating any animal products. So that means completely vegetarians. So generally in the Sagadava, many Tibetans, really those practitioners or in the monastery, they do vegetarians, always trying to do vegetarians. So I thought that is really good. These days vegetarian is so important, so healthy, everyone is talking. So I thought maybe I'm going to try to myself too. So for at least 2 weeks, trying to be vegetarian. And I like to also encourage you all, if you can do vegetarian, then it's wonderful. It's not have to be, you don't have to be vegan unless you want, then of course it's good. But otherwise, just a vegetarian is really great that. And then you can take these vows with the shrines yourself. If you don't have any kind of teacher who do it, and if those who really like to do that, send us an email, we will send you the instructions of that taking vows of this 8 percept. It's the same as uni practices. Many of you maybe have those sadhana, uni sadhana, it's just like that. But that time we do that, make shrine nicely. Making shrine nice and a nice atmosphere is really considered also 6 paramata practices. We're talking about now 6 paramata, so I like to highlight the 6 paramatas. 6 paramata practices with that. Shrine, making a shrine perfectly beautiful arrangement, and nice spending time, and also maybe some effort to spend making nice shrine. That aspect is, or that spending such as flower, incense, and light offerings, and nice things, kind of cleaning up that is all known as generous aspect of the shrines. Generous practice. You spend time, something, your effort, and your kind of also your some to bake candles, incense and flower, those things. You spend time. So that aspect is like generous practice, generous paramata. Then nice shrine, making nice, beautiful shrine, clean nicely, nice fresh water, or whatever offerings, everything kind of looks so nice and beautiful, really like that, not just the kind of like the table of a yard sales or the like garage sale, but nice and beautiful display, really do that. That aspect is known as morality of the shrine practices. And of course, I'm sure that takes some times and effort, and they kind of like that. But that when you do that with you, that is patient. That is aspect of patient. We're doing that, even though it's a kind of spending time, a little bit, all these things that, and then joyful effort, of course, there, because that's what you're doing. That is joyful effort. And then when you put the offering, those things, if you know the meaning of those different offerings, such as in the Tibetan style, those 7 bowls, if you concentrate on those, really thinking on concentrating on that, that is the concentration paramatas. And then it's clearly, beautiful, perfectly, exactly where it should be, things are perfectly beautiful, done perfectly, and that is the wisdom aspect of paramata. So this making shrine right there, simply we accumulating paramata practice too. It's really beautiful if we can do that. Let me this activated that in Sagadavas. That is wonderful. It's beautiful. And then you can take those vows like in a shrine, we have a shrine and put the incense and do 3 post-stations, and after 3 post-stations, join those prayers whenever you already know that. And then just do those prayers. And then that means you're taking vows right in front of the shrine, and the shrine is the presence of the Buddha. That shrine is like Buddha. And Buddha's Bodhisattva enlightenment beings are right in there. In front of that, you're taking that vows. And then you take that, and in the tradition teaching, so you won't eat. If you take the 8% vows for 24 hours, you won't really, then after you won't eat food, nor you're not going to speak or communication, anything, just spend time, practices, meditating, and or do all the accumulation practice, whatever you're meditating, and recite. Most of the time in Tibet, what they do, spend time chanting the mantra of the Genesis. visualizing, cherishing mantras, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, that's really the do. And then utter next mornings. So that is really the 24-hour vows. And then do the dedication prayers. So that is shortest vows of the 24 hours, which according to teaching is so powerful, is so great purification and the power of practices. So that's a really kind of the talk. And now we completed almost time for the, and my talking time and then as well as meditating time, all is completed. Now we go to the healing practice of Orgyen Menla, I think. So today we're going to spend the time with the Sagadava and for the aspire that we take these opportunities. So I thought also I like to do a little bit with this practice myself as much as I can, and particularly those trying to be kind of like vegetarian. That's what really I'm thinking, kind of like. And but then also you do, and then you may practice 24 hours if you can do that, was wonderful. And thank you, everyone, very much for all your patience and all your. Oh, thank you. Okay, now we really go to the right to the what's called the